Fix this camera.
We are live. What's up, KQ? What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
What
KQ,
to
how you
do?
feeling this morning, man? Are you tired? How are you excited? How was the weekend, man?
Man, tiresome, man. Friday night fight calls and Saturday night fight calls, but I love it. It's nothing but great boxing. And like I said last night, keep the same energy. And I'm talking about let's go into 2022 with the same fights. Well, different fights, but we still want the number of fights, but maybe a little less pay-per-views, but we still like the fights, and hey, we got Camboza next week. I mean, then after that, man, we got more. So hey, I'm good. I'm ready to go, baby. Yes, I'm fired up. I mean, I'm
Yes,
fired up. We ain't had this much boxing in a long time after the pandemic. So
that's all facts.
yeah.
That's
So
all facts. There's a lot of good cards. Next week we got Figueroa and Fulton. We,
oh
we
yeah, Figueroa and Fulton. Then we got
yeah, man.
Camboza,
And
but you know what?
Lopez.
Yeah,
And then
Lopez.
you got Haney and JoJo. Then you got Tank and Isaac Cruz. We got
Oh
fights the
man,
next 2 weeks, man.
man,
The next
man.
2 weeks.
Man, that's what I'm talking about. And we got to
Yes,
get
sir.
knocked out. We get knocked out up to 2,000 subscribers. He climbing, baby. He's
Yeah, I
climbing.
appreciate the love, y'all.
Yes,
We up
sir.
over 1,720. You know what I'm
Yes, sir.
saying? Let's keep growing. Let me see who we got, man, in the building. Y'all smash the like button. Put your seatbelts on as you come in. We got a lot to cover, and I know what y'all here for. Don't worry. We're gonna get to
Yeah.
eating some crow. We're gonna get to breaking down Porter and Crawford, what went right, what went wrong. We're gonna do all of that, man. We're gonna do all of that. I got our cash apps running below on the bottom of the screen. So if you want to donate to my cash app, it's scrolling across the screen for you. I got KQKC's cash app scrolling across the screen as well. And if you want to donate to the channel, you can also hit that super chat button. All donations, all cash apps are very much appreciated. If you can't do either, just at least smash the like button when you get in the building. Let's see who we got in the building so far, and we'll get to breaking down these fights because I know that's what y'all here for. Shot Town's finest, what's up, bro? Salute to you. Daryl Deloach, what's good? G Parker, what's up, G? Joe the Beast, what's up, man? Winners train, losers complain. LDBC, what's up, man? Hey, you got that right. You said you called it a 10-round stoppage for Bud. I hope you put a little money on it because that was a
Man.
perfect prediction
Yep.
by you, brother.
Yep.
Congratulations. Young World, what up, man? Salute to you. Kevin Knight, Batman, what's up? Read that comment, KQKC. Listen, y'all, it's a surprise to KQKC because he don't even know what Kenny Porter said after the fight. I got the
Right.
clip. When we get to Terence Crawford and Shawn Porter and we get to breaking it down, and I play the clip for him, y'all gonna get his reaction live. But yeah, Batman, listen, Kenny Porter, man, whew,
Cause
he
see,
ain't
I
win no
still
good.
had it down, so don't say that. 'Cause I still had it down because I was calling the
Yeah,
fight.
man.
So man,
Let's just say Kenny Porter ain't winning no Father of the Year awards in my book.
no,
See Wood, what's up, man? How you doing? We already got Young World. Kevin Knight, what's up, man? I've been in two chats. I put your name in both KO morning, fellas. I appreciate that, Kevin. Thank you, man. Elms Tanner, what up? He says Bud did what he's supposed to do. Porter been 1 foot out. Yeah, all right, we're gonna get into it. Crush the Legend, salute to you. That's everybody in the building so far. Y'all smash the like button as you come in. We're gonna go ahead and get started on the show. We're gonna start with Friday's fights first, then we're gonna get to Saturday's fights. And obviously, if we go through these too fast for y'all, apologize. But we gotta get to Terence Crawford and Shawn Porter because that's what we want to spend most of our time on this morning. But let's start with Friday night. We had 122-pound IBF Super WBA title, so a unification title fight between MJ Daliev and Jose Velazquez. Man, that was a damn good fight. Went the distance. Jose Velazquez came to fight, but MJ Daliev ended up winning the fight, boxing his ass off. KQKC, you called the fight live on Friday. What's your thoughts on MJ Daliev? First, break down the fight for me, and then what do you want to see next? Do you want to see him fight the winner of the Figueroa and Fulton fight? Because that would be for undisputed. But just break down that fight, man, and give us your thoughts on it.
Akadami, I get these names all mixed up, but that was a good fight. He got the fundamentals. He got it down pat. He knows how to use his angles. He did that very well. He got great foot movement, but what's missing is the power. The power. He went 12 rounds, 10 rounds, whatever it was. But he couldn't get the young man out of there. All right, he was doing everything right. He was going to the body. He was going to the head. He was going with a tumor jab. He was going with a shovel jab. I mean, he was doing everything that you can possibly do to your opponent, but knock him out. That's the problem that I had. I had the problem that okay, he had the fundamentals and everything, but he just couldn't get him out of there. Now, I don't know if it's in the nature of his opponent that to survive and he's a tough cookie, or maybe he just was swinging wild and missing punches and he was coming straight up down the middle. Sometimes when you come in aggressively and without any control, I mean control aggression, you come in and your punches get wide, right? You start throwing a wide and a talented fighter, like Akadami or whatever. Even a Gary, any one of the Russell brothers, even one of them. I see Batman is in here. One of them. They got pinpoint precision. They know how to go up and get in between those punches, and that's what he was doing all night. But he just couldn't get him out of there. So,
Yes,
but
sir.
yeah,
They the telecast they kept vaunting his power, talking about how big of a puncher Daliev was and all of that stuff. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Velazquez took his shots well. Now
yeah,
Daliev does use great angles and he does do his thing, and he has good boxing skills, but it looked like he didn't like it to the body. He got hit to the body a couple of times, and he is the IBF and Super WBA champion down at junior featherweight, super bantamweight, whatever you want to call it. He's down there at 122 pounds. So the winner of Figueroa and Fulton, they'll be the WBC and WBO champion. So to me, that's the logical next step for MJ Akhmadaliev. I hope that we get to see him in the ring with the winner of that fight. Because that'll be a hell of a fight. I do have questions as you about his power, and then if you're gonna be a true champion, as you step up, and he got up to a high level very early in his career. This was only his 10th fight. This is only his 10th fight, y'all. He's already at that level. So we'll see. We'll see what's next from him. But I was impressed. I thought it was a pretty good performance. But definitely want to see him continue to fight champions. They were talking about him fighting maybe Daniel Ramon down there at 122 pounds in a rematch because that's who he beat for the belts. But I don't want to see that. I'd rather see him fight for unification against the winner of Figueroa and Fulton next. Drink more water. What's up, man? I know you on cloud 9 today, my brother. Bud Crawford did his thing last night. We're gonna get to it. We're gonna get through these other fights first, and then we'll spend the majority of our time talking about that. But 25 people in the building. Y'all be sure to smash the like button. Demetrius Bright, what's up, bro? Salute to you, Demetrius. I appreciate you coming through. BN Boxing News, what's up with you? What up, Smooth Will? Tim Muzay, yeah, what a fight last night. We're gonna get to it, bro. Demetrius Bright in that super chat. Salute, Demetrius. I appreciate the love. He says, salute, gentlemen, salute to you, bro. And Money Brown TV, what's up, Money? Salute to you, bro. We here, man. We working. Let's see. So MJ Akhmadaliev, Jose Velazquez. We did that one. And we got a lot of fights, y'all. So that's why we're trying to hurry up and make sure we cover everything for you guys. After MJ Akhmadaliev, man, the Julio Cesar Martinez fight versus McWilliams Arroyo. This fight was 2 rounds, and it was probably the most exciting 2 rounds that you'll see. But it ended in a huge disappointment. This ended in a no contest because, in my opinion, McWilliams Arroyo quit. I feel like he could have kept fighting. He was talking about he couldn't see, but that was a cut in a very common place. And I would have liked to see him keep going. You fighting for a championship. The WBC 112-pound flyweight title was on the line, and he just totally gave up, in my opinion, because honestly, he knocked down Julio Cesar Martinez in the first round, and Julio Cesar Martinez was my pick, and I was like, shit, my pick might be in trouble, bro. But then Julio Cesar Martinez knocked him down again in the first round, so that round ended up in a draw. And then in the second round, Julio Cesar Martinez really started bullying him, started pushing him around the ring. He knocked him down again in the second round. He was just manhandling McWilliams Arroyo, and I think McWilliams Arroyo at the end of that second round, when that accidental headbutt got caught, he like, oh, hell no, you ain't finna just – I might need another opportunity, shit. I might need to go try to fight somebody else. So let me just act like I can't recover, act like I can't see, and I'm going to get the hell up out of here. I don't know what can be done about that because I guess there's no way to prove like that he could see and that he was faking. There's no way to prove he was faking the injury. But to me, I saw a fighter quit. I don't know what you saw, KQKC, but I'm very disappointed in McWilliams Arroyo. I thought that he knew he was gonna get his ass whooped, and he decided to cut bait and run. What do you think of that fight?
Well, I think yeah, you're right. He did quit. Now, at first, he was doing well, and actually, he was coming in straight for the attack. And then once he felt the power, then he kind of backed off. Now he came in well successful. I mean, he landed punches, doing everything he's supposed to do. Then he got a little bit gun happy. He got a little bit out of his element, and then he got tagged. All right. Then he got tagged, and then with the cut, of course, he thought about it. Okay, well, this is my way out. All right. So, and he took it. That's what he did. He
Mhm.
took it. He didn't go out on the shield. All right, because that cut, like I say, I have seen him cut before. And but when a fighter get cut and it's not dripping in your eye, if it's under the eye or on the side of the eye, slap some grease on that bitch and go out there and finish your job. That's what you get paid for. That's what people paying the big bucks for, right? And so that's what he should have done. Now, of course, they stopped the fight because it wasn't on the manager, it wasn't on the referee, it was on the fighter. He stopped it. He
Mhm.
said he couldn't see. All right. So the doctor got to go according what the fighter says, because the doctor is not him. He ain't in his body, so he got to take the benefit of the doubt. So boom, hey, that was it.
Yeah,
That's
and
yeah,
I see Smooth Will. I see you in the chat, man. I gotta disagree, bro. Like I don't think Julio Cesar Martinez was being dirty. I think that was one accidental headbutt, and he's
yeah,
just an extreme. If you, I don't know how many times you've seen him fight. He's an extremely aggressive fighter, bro. He leaps in
right,
with hooks, leaps in with uppercuts, and when you
right,
fight like that, sometimes headbutts happen because you may go to dip to your left to try to throw a punch, and the other guy might dip to his right, and then boom, y'all clash heads. I don't think he was being
exactly.
dirty. Shit, I think he's just an extremely aggressive fighter. That's his fighting style, and regardless of the head, but we can't act like those punches didn't land. Like he didn't knock the dude down 2 times either. Like
Mhm,
his punches were
yeah,
visibly affecting McWilliams Arroyo. Like McWilliams Arroyo caught him and knocked him down, but he had McWilliams Arroyo on some skates a couple of times. So McWilliams Arroyo was starting to feel his power too. So I'm not saying you're right. I'm not saying you're wrong, Smooth Will. Just giving my opinion, man. And you know your opinion is always welcome on the channel. We keeping it respectful, but I just respectfully disagree, bro. I felt like he was on his way to getting stopped. I saw that fight going maybe 2 or 3 more rounds, and then
mhm,
I felt like Julio Cesar Martinez had definitely took over the fight and showed that he was stronger. And he was 9 years younger, and he just looked like he was getting stronger and stronger as the rounds progressed. But we're gonna have to disagree on that one. Tim Moosey says the fight broke my heart last night. I really thought Porter was doing his thing. Thought he was going to last 12. We're gonna get to it. Y'all trying to put the apple before the cart, bro. Y'all trying to
I know
push
they be
the
doing me
spoiler,
like
man.
they,
It was
they be
on the
doing me
fight.
like that.
Yeah, they
I
trying to
got a program, and they always jump to the gun, right? I said,
yeah,
hold
they're like,
on,
we
we gonna
don't
get to
care,
it.
knockout. We don't care about Julio Cesar Martinez and Demetrius Hunter. We don't care. We want to talk Crawford and Porter. We gonna
No,
get
they
there,
won't.
y'all. We
They
gonna get
want to.
there.
They want to see us eat this crow, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we gonna get there. Damn, we gonna get there. Calm down, man. Like, yeah,
man.
Tim Moses talking about he just woke up. Yeah, man. Hey,
Yeah,
it
okay.
was great fight, man. It was a long night too. So, and look, we already almost done with the zone card, y'all. We getting there. We got to talk Demetrius Andrade for a little bit though.
Yes,
We
sir.
gotta talk about Demetrius Andrade. So, what you got on Demetrius Andrade and Piggly Wiggly from the Quigley Wiggly, man? What's your thoughts on that 2 round destruction for the WBO middleweight title?
Well, Demetrius Andrade. All right. I see you, sweet tea. Yeah, I see you. But
Yeah, man,
yeah,
they
yeah.
happy
But
right now.
yeah, I know they have me right there. I know I'm gonna hear it for all week long.
Enjoy it,
Right?
enjoy it,
Yeah.
because I just want y'all to know all these other fights that we going through. I got all of those right, so y'all enjoy that one because I got
Right.
all these other ones right. But you go ahead,
But
KQ.
but yeah. But one thing about it, Demetrius Andrade. I mean, all the other fighters side be Canelo. Right? Good. I'm happy because they need to fight each other. Don't worry about Canelo, cause like he said, I do what I want, right? Let him do what he want. You all handle your business, all right? Handle your business. And right now, Demetrius Andrade, he handled his business. Now he looked better than he did in his last fight, and he did trying to fight small, all right. But he was left-handed happy. Okay. Now he wasn't using the right hook like he usually do. Go down to the body, go down to the left, right kidney, but he was going straight with the left hand and putting the pressure on. And the pressure was heavy, and his opponent just couldn't handle it. He just couldn't handle the pressure. Now, of course, he's not one of the best fighters coming out of Ireland, I believe, Australia. But still, Demetrius Andrade did a great job, and shout out to all the people that was on the bus listening to me as they were going to the Demetrius Andrade fight. All right. If y'all listening, shout out to y'all. All right. So, but he did a great job. All right. He did a great job. He did what he's supposed to do, So, and that's what I'm saying, at least he's fighting. At least,
Yeah.
at least Eddie Hearn got him a fight. That's why I said about Bud Crawford. Ain't nothing changed with Bud Crawford, just that he got a fight. And that's good. We want to see that. We want to see him get out there and fight. We want to see him do that. So now that's all I had to say about that. All right.
What
We keep
about
moving.
what about Demetrius Andrade calling out Charlo, Triple G, Murata? He said he want all of them. He talking about Hami Munguia being his mandatory inducting him. He said he'll take smoke with all of them. He's demanding that us as fans push for him to
Right.
get these fights. What do you think of that?
Hey, that's what he's supposed to do. That's what he's supposed to do as a fighter. That's what he's supposed to do. Get the fan on your side. Get the fans to say what y'all want to see me do, and I would do it. All right, that's a fighter. A fighter is a fighter. A champion is a champion. When you sit there and say, "Hey, I fight anybody at any given time. I'm put my belt up." All right, that's what he's supposed to do. Let's make the fight. Let's make that fight with Charlo. Let that happen. All right. We know let bygones be bygones. We know that, right? So good, get in there just like men. Don't worry about Canelo. Go in there and fight your fight and make that fight happen. All right, 'cause I'm quite sure that Al Heyman will let him fight Demetrius Andrade, and I definitely know that Eddie Hearn want that. So let's get it on. Let's see it. All right, because the middleweight division is heating up. The welterweight division with Bruce Henderson, with Terence Crawford, and Earl is back in the gym. That's heating up. All right. So, man, the lightweight division, that's heating up, baby. Wow. All right. So that's what I'm saying. So y'all get ready for the last ending of the year of boxing extravaganza, baby. All right. So that's all I have for that.
Yes, sir. And salute to Dante Hall. Peter, hell yes. We're gonna get to that, Peter. Hell yeah, that's the fight I want to see too. So Demetrius Andrade, man, I be trying to give like my fellow content creators here on YouTube a shot, and I go check out everyone when they pop in my feed. And then I came across this channel, I ain't gonna call it name. They was like, yo, Jason Quigley is gonna upset Demetrius Andrade because Demetrius Andrade struggled with Liam Williams and he's gonna have problems. I had to leave the chat. I ain't even typed nothing. I just left the chat. I said, bro, I can't with you, bro. Cause Jason Quigley, man, like he struggled with Shane Mosley Jr. Not the real Shane Mosley Jr. And I knew he was gonna try to box, and that's the biggest mistake. If you're gonna get to Andrade, you gotta be aggressive and shit. You can't try to box with him if you Jason Quigley. And I just knew it was trouble. And Andrade, to his credit, he's always had a bad reputation of starting real fast and then coasting. Like he'll knock your ass down like once or twice in the first 2 rounds, and then he'll just coast to a victory and not be aggressive for the rest of the fight. So what I liked about it is that he showed much better finishing instincts in this fight. And I like that he's now fought twice in 2021, and I need him to keep up that same activity level because I ain't gonna lie, when he fought Liam Williams, he looked like he wasn't the same Demetrius Andrade. He looked kind of like a shell of himself. He still got the W and he still boxed well, but I thought his feet were much more under him in this fight. I thought that he didn't, because usually like his last 3 or 4 fights, you could always count on him to like do some crazy ass shit where he would fall down like 1 or 2 times every single fight because his feet aren't under him and he's off balance and shit. He didn't do that this fight. He looked much more underneath himself, looked much more sturdy on his legs, and that left hand that he threw to the body to set up that overhand right hook, whatever you want to call it, man. It was all bad for Jason Quigley. And Jason Quigley, when he went down in the first round, I was just like, man, Demetrius Andrade, don't let this be another fight where you knock somebody down early and then you just have to go the whole distance because you let off the gas. But nah, he kept pedal to the metal, did his thing, and got Quigley up out of there, and he took care of his business, man. He took care of his business. So I got nothing but good things to say about him. As far as what I asked KQ about him calling out the other fighters, I much more prefer that attitude than that of what Jamal Charlo has been saying recently. So I'm not gonna go in on Demetrius Andrade for that. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do. Murata is a champion, Triple G is a champion, and Charlo is a champion. That's the names you're supposed to be calling. Shit. So
Exactly.
like, so I have no issues with that. I would just say to him, I would say to him, Jamal Charlo and these other guys, if you can't get the fights that you want in a weight class, and this is true for Gary Russell Jr. too, in my opinion. If you can't get the fights you want at your weight class, maybe it's time to do something different. So if you Demetrius Andrade and you can't get Charlo in the ring, Eddie Hearn can't get you Triple G or Murata who are over there at the zone with you, then you got to think about moving up, bro. You got to think about moving up and doing something different, because sitting around at 160, although it was a great performance against Quigley, we got to keep the same energy. And if we're going to get on to Canelo Alvarez for Laguna Beach Macadamia Nut, who he about to fight, if we're going to get on to him for the Callan Smiths and the Abney Yildirim's, then we gotta also say that for Demetrius Andrade, shit, Quigley, Pigley, Wiggly, he ain't enough. Liam Williams, Liam, he ain't enough. Luke Keeler, Skywalker, Luke, I am your father, Luke Keeler. Like, all these people ain't enough, bro. So I'm gonna keep that same energy. I like he's calling out the good fights, but it's time for him to continue to fight better competition. And salute to Mad Chad, salute to Javier Martinez. Yeah, don't say how that's a fake. You say Shane Mosley dad could beat the guy Boo Boo fought right now. Facts. That's what I'm saying, bro. You gotta fight better competition, man. Y'all be sure to smash the like button. We climbing on up there. Got 32 people in the building. I know all y'all ain't smashed the like button. Y'all
Man,
shorting me on
smash
my
the
likes
like
right
button.
now,
Yes,
man.
sir. Show some love. Smash the like button. Yes, sir.
That like button,
Great.
man. So here we go. Let's get to the card on Saturday. Let's get to the card on Saturday, and salute to Najee. I see you in the building, man.
Yes, yes.
Um, so the pay-per-view opened with Raymond Muratala versus Elias Arajo. That was the opening night for us. It was that 8-round fight, 135-pound fight. Muratala won by stoppage. Arajo was mad at the stoppage. So I want to get your thoughts on the fight, KQ, because you called it live, and then I also want to know what you thought about the stoppage.
Okay, well, it was a good fight. Both guys were gamed. Both guys was game to throw punches. It's just one other fighter. What's the name? Man, these names just got me all screwed up. But not the ball headed one, the other one. Shit.
We got you,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but he was boxing and had good punch placement. Okay. Now, of course, Roger, the ball hitting one. All right, he pretty much was punching wide, but he still was game to go. He was going all in. He wasn't there to lay down. He wasn't there for a check. He was there just to go the whole full distance. And yes, he did have a cut over his eye, but that wasn't nothing to him. He still wanted to go in there and come on because he was pissed off when they stopped the fight, and which I agree with him. That was a bad stoppage, right? Because we have seen many fighters that had worse cuts than that, worse scars than that, and they still was game to go in there. Now, of course, he was getting outboxed, and yes, he was getting hit with clear, precise punches that the judges could clearly see, but he still was game. He still was coming forward. He was fighting small and still coming forward. Now the punch was a little wide, of course, but he still was banging the body. He was hitting the elbows. He was hitting the arms. He was hitting everything he can hit in the clinch and out the clinch. So, but when they stopped the fight, I think that was a bad stoppage. So I mean, I don't know what's going on with the referees or the judges, but somebody need to pass out some glasses because right now that cut that shouldn't have been stopped. Now, I don't know why it was an early stopping, but he was pissed off. I would have been pissed off too, because you have to understand these fighters are fighting on a pay-per-view. All right. And pay-per-view is pretty much the same as on national TV like Showtime, The Zone. But this is a special edition of fighting on TV. That means that everybody is paying to see you, and you get stopped or you get the fight weighed off. and you want to
Right.
show that you are digging deep. You want to go out on your shield when a fight is in that magnitude, and you pretty much on the undercard of one of the top welterweight fights this year. So, but yeah, it was a bad stoppage, and it is what it is. So
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree wholeheartedly. And I made the comment in your chat when you were doing a live commentary last night because of this stoppage. And then we're gonna get to the Janibek fight. I made the
yeah,
comment right during that Janibek fight. I was like, seem like these refs, when they supposed to stop a fight, they
yeah,
don't
I saw
stop a
that.
fight. When they not supposed to stop a fight, then they'll stop that whole. Like they can't seem to get the shit right. And this Raymond Muratala fight in particular, make no mistake about it. We did the breakdown, we did the prediction. I got the video still up on the channel. And I told you guys, Raymond Muratala is very educated offensively. You saw him throwing a variety of punches, using a lot of different angles. His jab was very educated. I love his left hook to the body. That shit looked like it was
Yeah,
knocking Arajo's rib through his back or some shit. Like he got some nice things that he does offensively. And I also told you guys Arajo was a warrior. Didn't have much punching power, a come forward fighter. That throws hooks, wide punches, and uppercuts, but he just don't have no power behind it. And then Muratala will be able to pick him apart. And that's exactly what he did. He won every round of that fight. So I don't have no issues with him winning the fight. And it looked like Arajo could have probably been on his way to getting knocked out. But we're talking about at the end of the 5th round. We're talking about a guy that's never been stopped in his career. It ain't like his legs look wobbly or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Yes, his head was getting hit back and he was taking punishment, but how you gonna stop a man when he's still swinging, when he's still fighting? You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like if I'm drowning underwater and shit, and I'm still trying to swim, bro, don't give up on me. Don't drive off. Shit, let me try to help me out. Shit, if I'm a fighter and I'm still swinging and going forward, and I ain't never been stopped before, and I still got my wits about myself, what the hell you trying to stop the fight for, bro? So I agree with him. He should have been mad. He should have been mad at the stoppage because he was there to fight. Like y'all gotta understand, like this man came all the way from Argentina. I don't know his situation, but let's say I know he probably got some family member. Hardly anyone has no family. So let's say he got a kid or a mama or a wife or somebody. Like he leaving people behind to come all the way from
Right.
Argentina, and y'all don't even let that man put on a performance. Y'all don't even let that man fight, and he a fighter. We talking about a professional with 20 something fights, bro. He got
Right.
like 25 fights, and he had a winning record, 21 victories, 3 losses. He only had 8 knockouts, but shit, he won't fight. He came here to fight. Who knows? He could have it's still 3 rounds in his mind and in his fans' mind and his family mind. Shit, what if I land a Kiko Martinez type of shot? What if I just close
Right.
my eyes, dip my head, and throw an overhand right? My whole life can change. Now I
Yeah.
get another opportunity. Now I get a bigger payday. And the referee robbed him of that opportunity, in my opinion. Especially like KQ said on pay-per-view, bro. Like if you on pay-per-view and you the ref and you ESPN, you top rank, I would think you want as much content and as much fighters as possible. I would think you would want to continue an exciting fight like that. I wouldn't think that you would want to stop it. Cause this your opening, you charging people $70 for this shit. And the crowd
And it's a
react,
championship fight too.
yeah.
Yeah.
No. It was this one wasn't a championship. This was an 8-rounder. The
Oh, okay.
Muratala,
Okay.
yeah, the Muratala
Okay.
fight, it was an eight
Okay.
rounder. It was but the thing is, like you would think, and the crowd reacted right. They booed that shit. I was booing that shit here at home. They were booing that shit. They're like, boo, bro. Like, don't nobody want. What you mean the fight over with? We don't want the fight to be over with. He landing good shots. Let him keep punching. So it is what it is, man. Muratala would have probably won anyway, either unanimous decision or possibly a late stoppage. But I feel like they could have made him earn that stoppage just a little bit more, in my opinion. Salute Bruce Goes. I see you in the building, my brother. Um, let's get to the next one, man. We got I can only say this dude's first name. We got Janibek Alim Kanuli. That's how that shit is pronounced, or that's how it looks to me. But we're gonna call him Janibek. He was taking
Yep.
on Hassan Ndong.
Mhm.
Battle of Janibek, who was undefeated, 10 wins, no losses. Hassan Ndong, the veteran, had 38 wins and 5 losses. KQKC did a great job of calling that fight. Janibek did his thing. KQ, break it down for the people, man. Let them know how the fight went and what you saw. And if you think Janibek can be a player at 160 pounds, because this is a 10-round, 160-pound fight.
Yes. Janibek start off real good. He's in the southpaw. He's a southpaw, and he's in a southpaw stance. He start off real good. He's not a switcher, so he's straight southpaw. All right, fighting an orthodox fighter, a dam. Okay, a dam felt that body shot right away. First round, going into the second round, he felt that body shot. So what he did was he tried to get out the way of the body shots. That's what he tried to do. But he used a lot of his lateral movement to get out the way of the body shots. So what he did was he pretty much used his lateral movement to get out the way. But see, this was Janibek got kind of like lacking. He's cutting off the ring, but he's trying to cut off the ring, but he's not cutting it off right way. He's not stepping over like he should. All right. He was pretty much following him more than cutting off the ring. You know, cutting off the ring, you got to step over, step over, step over, step over. And he wasn't doing that. But when Saddam was pretty much using the lateral movement, like I told everybody in the timeout, you cannot do that for 10 rounds. You cannot do that for 12 rounds. And then he started landing. He started landing and he started pretty much breaking them down slowly but surely, as you see the face of Ndong. All right, slowly but surely. And he pretty much did what he came there to do. So he started letting go the punches. I mean, going downstairs, he's going upstairs. And you know what? He's heavy handed also because one punch, man, he felt the one punch. Okay,
Mm.
2, 3 punches, he felt it. So I think he can be a big player in that division if he just got to tweak a few things. That's all. All right, that's it. All right.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Yeah. Southpaw pressure fighters are very difficult to deal with, especially when they got popped like this dude got popped. He did a great job using feints to try to set and dom up. And
Right.
every time he landed that left hand, he was popping his head. Bro, he didn't just like when he landed his left hand, he didn't just pop his head back. Like he knocked Hassan and Ndong back like 2-3 feet at a time, bro. Knocked him
Right.
off the ropes and shit. Like he was swinging off the ropes in a wrestling match and shit. Like Janibek a problem. He a savage, bro. The only thing I don't like is he seemed like he might struggle with athletic fighters. He seemed like I want to see if he can really take a shot because I know he can give a good shot. And
Yeah.
then his right hand need to get as educated as his left hand because his left hand is educated. He got a nice little counter uppercut. He got a nice timing lead left hand. He sets it out up off the jab well. I love his foot feints. And Dom, the reason I brought up this fight when we were talking about the Muratala fight, because in my opinion, this is a fight that could have been stopped. This is a
Right.
fight that could have been stopped like a round or two earlier, and Dom was getting his ass beat, bro. And
Yeah.
he was too tough for his own good, and you could just see his legs wasn't up under him. Anytime I see a fighter that look like that's how you look to stop something. You don't stop a fight in Arajo who was going forward throwing punches. You stop a fight when the dude look like he on noodly legs every goddamn time he get hit. You stop a
Right.
fight when the dude start off the fight running, and then the moment he get hit, he fall in the
Right.
first round or the second round, and then he proceeds to get his ass whooped for 4 or 5 more rounds before you finally stop the fight. To me, that's a fight that should have been stopped early, but nonetheless, Janibek did his thing. I think he can be a player in 160 pounds because I think his power is real.
Yes.
And he seen most guys that come from like that Kazakhstan and all that. He seemed like he gonna be tough.
Argentina.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he seemed like he gonna be a tough fighter and somebody that's gonna come to fight. And I think in his with his power, he'll probably have a shot against anybody. I ain't saying he gonna take over the division and become unified champion or that he's the next Triple G or anything like that. I'm just saying I like what I see from him, bro. I like what
Yeah.
I see from him. He has good, and he also won like a bronze medalist in the Olympics or some shit. That's why he's on the fast track. He's only had 11 fights now, and he's already like top 5 in a lot of sanctioning bodies. So he's about 1 fight, maybe 2 fights away from getting a title eliminator. So
Uh,
definitely looking forward to see him in big fights in 2022. And Money Brown said it best. Y'all smash the like button, bro.
yes, sir.
Smash
Smash
the
the
like
like
button.
button.
Put the seatbelt on. We got 42 people in the building. Y'all smash the like button as you come in here, man. And do me a favor. Donate to KQKC. His cash app is down there. Mine is down there. Y'all hit that super chat, man. Anything that y'all can provide to help support these channels, man, is greatly appreciating. The Opulent LD, salute to you. Mr. Mechanical, salute to you.
Yes.
Everybody else new this in the building. I know all y'all ain't smashed the like button yet, so do that for your boy. We
So,
took it.
knockout,
Go
real
ahead.
fast.
Yes, sir.
Do
Yes, sir.
you think Annabelle, if he had a better dance partner, let me put it that way, with better place punishment, with better fundamentals, uh, uh, do you think that you would have seen a little bit more of him? or
Yeah,
you've seen a little bit more of what he can do, or the pressure. Can he handle the pressure? Can he fight on the back foot? Can he get pushed back? Because he's a big guy for that weight class. He does have a reach. So, but he's very good with that left hand as he in close quarters. So, I mean, I would love to see him fight one more time before a title eliminator. We talking about a good matchup, right? Because a good fighter got to be complemented by a good dance partner. So that
I
what
agree.
makes
I
you
agree
see, you know.
wholeheartedly.
So
I agree
so
wholeheartedly.
yeah,
Hassan and Ndong is 37 years old. I like to see him in there with like a Korobov
there
or
you go.
Brandon
Yep.
Adams or
Hmm.
somebody like that. Like, yeah, I agree because the thing is, I don't know if he was only doing that because he's limited because that's the only reason he was just throwing his left hand and not using his right hand and not giving a sustained body attack because he felt like he didn't have to and he knew he can
Right.
hurt Ndong. I don't know if that
Hmm.
was by choice or if it's because he's limited. And like you alluded to, we won't know until he gets in the ring and steps up to better competition. That's when we'll find out if all those tools translate to good competition. Because I
Right.
didn't mention this, but I also saw a little shoulder roll action from Janibek. He was rolling with punches and shit,
Right.
trying to
Yeah.
throw. Like, I was like, okay, bro, you might have
Yeah.
a little something. So I want to see
Right.
him. I want to see him, get in there and against better competition, whether it's a title eliminator or a step up. If he fights another veteran, I ain't saying the dude got to be top contender 25, 26 years old, but like, let's
Right.
see if he can get one of these 31, 32-year-old veterans that like like I said, one of Jamal Charlo's old opponents, a Korobov or Brandon Adams or
Right.
somebody like that. I wouldn't mind seeing him in there if you really want to find out. But see, this guy is chinny. Jason Rosario maybe needs to move up to 160 because he looked like he having trouble making 154. I love a fight like that.
Mhm.
So the former 154-pound champion. So there's
And
definitely some fights out there for him that I want to see.
oh yeah, and Branham Adams. I know a lot of people like, oh, Branham Adams, yeah, but Branham Adams took a lot of punishment from
Mm-hmm.
Charlo and kept on coming. He wasn't hurt. I mean, he still was together. He still was taking the punches and he was giving them back. He was counter punching. He was doing everything that a true boxer does. I know he been on this program, whatever, and everybody underestimated him. And he came out, he showed up, and he definitely showed out. All right.
All facts, all
Yep.
facts, and like man, I lost my train of thought. Like somebody like Brandon Adams, like he's in the so yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So Janibek is in the place where I feel like Jerron Ennis is, or Virgil Ortiz, where it's time to start fighting these older veterans that have been in there with champions and try to
Mhm.
start beating them worse than the champion did. So like how Jerron Ennis knocked out Thomas Delorme in the first round, and it took Crawford six rounds to do it. You know what I'm saying? Even though Delorme was much younger, you start putting those common names on your resume to try to build your buzz up the same way
Right.
that Virgil Ortiz went and fought Mean Machine and knocked him out before Crawford did. He knocked him down like in 2 rounds less and knocked him down more times. Time for Janibek to start doing that. Time for him to grab a Korobov and be like, oh, Charlo, you couldn't knock him out. I knocked him out. Time for him to grab a Brandon Adams. Oh, you couldn't
Yeah.
knock him out. I knocked him out, so he can start building his name and becoming more in tune with the casual fans, because that's what a casual fan gonna do. They're gonna be like, who he fighting? Oh, he
Mhm.
fought the dude that Charlo fought. Oh, and he knocked him out. He must be better than Charlo. Like, we know
Right.
that's not true as diehard
Right.
boxing fans, but that's how a lot of fans. That's how they think. That's how they work. They just go look at who you fought. They don't worry about when it was or how old they was. They just see two names that's the same name, and they be like, oh, he knocked him out before him. He must be better than him. And then if you Janibek, that's how you get people to start calling for the fight. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I hope I get to see what's next from. We got the co-main event. We about 38 minutes into the show. We only got a little bit over an hour left because we got to get out of here at 10:30 so that Stormy B Man can do his call-in show at 10:30. So again, we're getting through these fights because we want to spend at least 45 minutes to an hour talking about the big fight. So we got the last one. This won't take long because, in my opinion, I got another fighter that quit. And before we get into this Falco versus Volney fight, KQKC,
Uh,
at this point, how you feeling about the card? Do you think the card was good? Do you think it was underwhelming? Because I gotta admit, man, Terence Crawford and Shawn Porter say the card for me. They
yeah.
say the card for me. What at
Yeah.
this point in your call, you like, dang, this card is not as good as I thought it was. Like, what when you were calling the fights, as you got to this co-main event, were you a little disappointed in the card so far? What were your thoughts on it?
Yes. You know what? I was actually. I said that. the Demetrius Andrade undercard was better than this undercard. And you're right. Porter and Crawford saved that card. Now, let me remind you, they are not paid per view fighters. They just not. They don't do good numbers. Now, I'm very interested to see what type of numbers they bring out. And now the reason for that is that because Bud Crawford has been inactive. All right. That's he been inactive in what, about a year now. All right. Now Crawford too. But I'm just interested to see because everyone wants to see it. Everybody want to see that fight because they want to see what Crawford been doing for the last year. Now, of course, that undercard they could have done better than that. They could have put one of the Russell brothers on there. They could have put one of the Charlos on there. I mean, anyone else. But I know how Top Rank operate. Keep in mind, all right. Keep in mind, Top Rank has one of the best recruiting departments out there. So yes, they trying to get a lot of those young guys out there, 8 rounders, 10 rounders, and people that really doesn't get a chance to shine. All right, but they shined last night, but they didn't shine to our liking. You see, some got stopped early. Some didn't want to go back in there. The fight undercard just wasn't a great undercard. Like I say, if they can swap from Friday night to Saturday night, wow, that would be good, right? Okay, take that undercard from Top Rank, put it on the zone for Friday night. Take the zone card and put it on
I'm trying to tell you,
Top Rank
yeah.
undercard, and then
Or
I
these
would say,
fighters, man, they so arrogant and they so prideful and they got such a big ego. And I know it's different promotional companies, so I'm
right,
just talking hypothetical, like what a co-main event should be. Like to me, a
exactly,
co-main event fight is Demetrius Andrade and Jason Quigley. That's a
right,
co-main event fight. Like if we keeping it
right,
real from back in the Don King days when the cars used to be fire, bro. Like that's not a
right.
main event fight. If we just keeping it a book, like this card they about to try to make us pay for, Luis Ortiz versus Charles Martin
You're
is
right.
the
That's
is the is
what's
the main
crazy.
event. That's a
Right,
co-main event fight, bro. So
exactly.
they giving us shit that's a step below what we did. Yeah, and this is a fact too. Dundada says that Chris Diaz and Dogby fight should have been on the pay-per-view card. Yeah, that fight would have been better to place on the pay-per-view card, but they were
Yep.
trying to make it the main event for the undercard to get people to buy the pay-per-view. Hopefully it worked for the sake of Terence Crawford. Now that he's a free agent, he got some good numbers to go negotiate with. But let's go ahead and break down this
Yep.
fight so we can get to the main one. Esquiva Falco versus Patrice Volney. Got stopped early after 6 rounds because Falco got a head, but it was an accidental head. But it did look like a hard head. But I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just being too harsh on these fighters. But like, bro, like you box, you know you're gonna get cut, right?
Right.
And it seemed like as soon as they, and here's the thing, as soon as they put the Vaseline on the cut, it stopped bleeding.
Right.
Like it wasn't like he was bleeding while they was announcing the decision. It had stopped bleeding. So I'm trying to figure out why you
But
ain't want to fight no more, bro.
that's what Tim Brady alluded to. They use some type of cream. I forgot what they call it. It stopped the blood from flowing so fast. All right. It stopped the blood, and make the blood just come out just a little bit. And they slapped that on with some Vaseline. He good to go. But I don't know what was going on. But Falco, he fought a good fight. I mean, he was using every angle that he could. He was stepping around, and also he was using the left. He was using the right. He was going upstairs. He was going downstairs. He was going to the body. And like I teach telling everybody, the body shot is a lost art in boxing. And I think they should start focusing more on the body. That's how you break down your opponent. All right, because once you go to the body, the legs start feeling kind of wobbly, right? That means that okay, I can't pick them up, I can't move. All right, then you start breaking it down and breathing hard with your mouth open. All right, then okay, it's time to go upstairs and downstairs, mix it up. But yeah, it was a stoppage, and I don't blame him, man. He was pissed off, and it just it just was. I don't get it. I just don't get this stoppage because I feel, and this is every referee will tell you this, that if the longest the fighter is fighting back, that means the fighter is still in this fight, no matter what. As long as he's swinging, he still can fight back. So that's the problem that I had, you know. So,
Yeah, and the
but
thing was Patrice Volney, he was pulling the fight closer and pulling the
uh-huh.
fight closer. He was starting to have success, and I think maybe Falco knew that and
Right.
probably saw he was up on the cards. But and Drink More Water's making a great point. Shit, Bud got cut in the fight, and his cut was way closer to his eye, and
Yep.
Bud's cut was like up here or some shit over to the side. And Bud's cut like right here in the cusp of his eye and shit. Bud just kept doing his thing. So
Right.
I'm not trying to hear that shit. And let me say this, cause I wasn't gonna cut off my co-host, but just
Mhm.
know, to that troll in the chat that just got blocked, bro. I saw you, but we talk boxing over here, bro. You seem to be obsessed with Canelo Alvarez. He ain't the topic today, homie. We talk boxing as it goes along. Like you can miss me with that. So good luck to you. I wish you nothing but the best. But we talking boxing over here. So if you want to talk boxing, you're more than welcome to talk boxing anytime. But just putting a bunch of trolly stuff in my chat, bro, you're not gonna get no attention. It ain't because you touching anybody or hurting anybody's feelings. We keep it real over here and we talk boxing, bro. We not
Yes, sir.
we not on that type of stuff. So good luck to you. But moving on. For me, Falco versus Volney.
Right.
The fight, as I was saying, I thought it was competitive for as long as it lasted.
Mhm.
Falco don't seem like he got much, and I'm kind of disappointed because again, high amateur pedigree. A lot of times it means that you'll be a great professional, but I mean, this is a 2012 Olympic silver medalist was Falco, so a lot was expected of
Wow.
him. He's now 29 fights into his career, and he hasn't challenged for a title yet. And the part that makes me most disappointed is that this was the IBF title eliminator at 160 pounds. So the winner of this fight basically becomes the mandatory for Triple G and Murata. And for him to go out like that, even though he got the decision victory, I don't like his
Right.
prospects fighting against one of those fighters. Because to me, he
Right.
showed he ain't got no dog, bro. He showed he ain't got no dog in him whatsoever. Like all they gotta do is hit you. If they hit you good enough, bro, you might fold.
Right.
You might
Yep.
fold. So it is what it is, bro. Like I that fight is the co-main event. That's the type of shit that kills cards. That's the
Mhm.
type of shit that kills cards. But I'm so glad that the main event, which we about to talk about, we got 65 people in the building. I know damn well all y'all ain't hit my like button, bro. I know y'all
Man.
didn't.
Man,
Y'all was
look,
riding
y'all.
in the car. I got KQKC over here on the passenger side. He got his seatbelt on. Y'all riding in the back seat, riding with us, listening to us, chop it up and shit. We talking boxing, and y'all won't even put your seatbelt on when y'all hop in the car with us, bro. Put your seatbelt on. Smash the like button for us, man.
Yes,
And
sir.
it has to, like, if you can't donate, if you can't hit the super chat, please smash the like button at the very least, because this is hard work bringing y'all this content. I've been up since 6 a.m. grabbing clips and giving different takes and shit, trying to study my shit, rehearse my shit so it comes out right. Just for y'all, bro. Smash the like button for us. So
Yeah.
Terence Crawford Shawn Porter.
One
Go ahead,
real quick
KQ.
knockout. I'm
Yeah, what
sorry.
you about to
I
say?
mean to interrupt.
No. Do
But
you think?
yeah, smash the like button for my brother, all right? Because see, the like button is very important to YouTube, okay? Because when you smash that like button, that means that his videos get shared. His videos hit the front page when you go into YouTube, and his videos are recommended to people that even watch the sport of boxing. They recommend, hey, Knockout Boxing, 86 TV. Check them out. I mean, they don't say check them out, but you know what I mean. So it's very important. I mean, we're not on it like blue blood, like, man, come on, y'all smash the button. But now, I'm like 78 Sports. Man, y'all must don't like a motherfucker no more, right? So smash the like button if you like what you hear, all right? Because Knockout Boxing is 6 TV. He does his homework. He does his studying. He knows his boxing, today's boxing, and tomorrow's boxing. So check him out, subscribe, like, and share, and hit the like button. All right.
I
Now let's
appreciate
get
that.
it on. All
Yes,
right.
sir. Y'all listen to the OG, man. Stormy B, man. Salute Stormy. Stormy is the one that's going live after us. I believe his call-in show is at 10:30. So when you leave over here, if you ain't got your boxing talk fixed, man, y'all go check out Stormy B, man. Salute to
Sir.
World Combat Sports in the building. I know you on Cloud 9. You came just in time, World Combat. We about to get into this Terence Crawford Shawn Porter fight. MJ underscore 78 in that super chat with the $5. I appreciate you, MJ. Great show, knockout in KQKC. I have one question. Why do you think Earl left the fight early? I promise you, my brother, we get into that. I got all the notes right here, and we on Terence Crawford, Shawn Porter, and we wanted to lead the majority of the show to talk about this topic right here, including everything that happened in the fight. So let's start with the fight itself, and then we'll go about some stuff after the fight and all the stuff surrounding the fight. But break down the fight, KQ. What did you see? Terence Crawford, Shawn Porter. Give us your thoughts, man, and we'll go from there.
Okay. Well, first of all, everybody know I had Shawn Porter winning this fight, of course. But it didn't work out that way. But hey, shout out to Terence Crawford. He got the win, and that's a great thing. He got the win, and I like that. All right, because we get a chance maybe to see Earl Spence. But if he's still hopping on this 50-50, it's not gonna happen. All right now it's not going to happen, especially when you say let some fights you got to let pass by. It's not going to happen because remember, if we're going belts alone, Earl got two, he got one. All right, we ain't talking about 140, we talking about 147. So actually, Bud Crawford, he fought, he showed a little activity, but nothing really changed. Nothing really changed. He still got the same belt. Only thing about it, he had a fight in the last year. One. That's it. But get to the fight. Now, the fight went pretty much like I thought it would go. All right. Shawn Porter was trying to get in there with everything he tried to do. Now, first of all, Shawn Porter should not, and I said this before, he should not try to box. He's not a very good boxer. He's a very good brawler. He a good, very good fighter that make it ugly, and he had fought better competition. Now, would you know that by looking at his fight last night? No. Why? Because Terence Crawford, he switched up on him. He switched from orthodox to southpaw. He stayed southpaw. He stayed southpaw and he stayed rangy. All right. He kept that stick right in front of Shawn Porter's face. So Shawn Porter, as he always do, trying to use that angle, but Terence Bud Crawford has this right hook that most southpaws use to catch you as you come in. It's called a check hook, and he was check hooking Shawn Porter every time he come in. He is used to check hook, spin out, right? And sometimes he'll catch him behind the head, but still, he still come in. Now, when Shawn Porter get the groove that he normally usually get and try to rush in and come in, then Bud Crawford jump out and grab him. He stopped the momentum. He stopped him from getting off. And that's what he did. And which is smart move for him to do. Because see, Bud Crawford don't want that action. He don't want that mugging. He don't want that close quarters boxing. He don't like that. All right. He want to keep you at range so he can pretty much go southpaw orthodox and pretty much pick you off punches by punches. So, and actually, Porter was winning that fight. Actually, that's what you were saying in the corner when he was talking to, I believe it was Tim Bradley. And Bradley, like, you losing this fight, dude. And so he stepped on the gas and he did what he had to do. And I mean, shout out to Shawn Porter. Terence Crawford.
Hell
Because
yeah.
because Terence Crawford kind of read the defense. He was kind of like Floyd Mayweather. He collected that data. All right, he collected that data and he went straight to it. He went straight to it and said, "Okay, this is what I have to do. I see Shawn Porter keep rushing in on me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm hitting with this check hook and I'm gonna keep that jab right in his face." And that's what he did. So and Shawn Porter, once he got hit, once he got knocked down, of course he always get up. But then he
Facts.
got wild. Okay. Shawn Porter got to start having that controlled aggression. Well, he probably won't have it no more because he retired, but still, Shawn Porter always he gets too wild. Yes, he is
Facts.
strong. He is strong. Yes, he will mug you. Yes, he will pressure you. He won't let you breathe. But sometimes he gets too wild. He did all that, then you get caught. And then when you got a sharpshooter like Terence Bud Crawford, then you're gonna get picked off as you're doing that. And that's what happened last
Mm-hmm.
night. So
Got his ass caught. Hell
yep.
yeah. And salute to the brother Kano Loco Sports says, my bad. I went over time on my live, but salute to the panel. It's all good, Kano. You go live when you need to go live, brother.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's all love. I appreciate you in that super chat,
Yep.
man. It's all good, bro. When you
Yes, sir.
if you need to go live, you got a good show going, man. We all understand that. I
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
you sending your people our way when you get done, brother. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
Let's see here. Oh, you know I got you. That's me. So this is what I saw, man. I get into the weeds and I take a lot of notes when I'm watching these fights. So the fight started. First 3 rounds, I scored it to Porter, right? I thought he was extremely aggressive. I thought he closed the distance well on Crawford. Crawford being a slow starter,
Mhm.
he ended up giving away the first 3 rounds of the fight, in my opinion. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, damn, bro, I might look like Nostradamus or Cleo or some shit because my prediction about to be right. For those y'all that don't know, I picked Porter by decision, right? So I'm first 3 rounds, I'm like, shit, all right, bet, bro. Then round 4 comes. Bud Crawford starts getting his timing a little bit better. Start catching Porter. And by the way, Bud Crawford switched to southpaw at the end of the first round. If I didn't mention that, my bad. But he fought the first round orthodox. He switches to southpaw in the second round, and that immediately takes Shawn Porter jab away. Because in the first round, I was like, damn, Shawn Porter about to get in all night. He was jabbing his way in. He was getting in. He was being the aggressor. I scored the first 3 rounds to him. Round 4, I scored to Terence Crawford because Terence Crawford timed him good, caught him with a nice straight left, and caught him with an uppercut that sealed that round for me. So I'm like, all right, we got us a competitive fight. Crawford's down on my card 3-1. And salute to the homie Mike 202 in the super chat. Serving breakfast this morning, 3 plays, knockout, OG and Valerie, Crow plays. Yeah, we got the Crow, but you know we give it up how we supposed to give it up. Terence Crawford did his goddamn thing last night, and salute to him,
Hey, salute to
knowing
him.
that he the
Yeah.
truth. And so then round 5 came. Round 5 came. I scored that for Porter because he landed a couple of nice overhand rights, and he got back to being that pressure. So now Porter's up 4-1 on my card. I'm like, shit, all right, bet. Let's go, Porter. Do your thing. Terence Crawford's corner, Bomac said, you need to push Porter back behind the jab. I'm like, all right, that's good instruction. Let's see if Terence Crawford follow it. He didn't follow it. But what he did do in round 6 and 7, he timed Porter very effectively again. Porter didn't get in as easy on him. Terence Crawford was barely missing with check right hooks, and he was landing the left hand, but not how he wanted to. And the reason I say barely missing with his check right hooks from the southpaw stance is because when he would throw it, as Porter was rushing in, he kept cupping Porter in the back of his head, which means he was a little late with the check right hook. And so that's why he kept catching Porter in the back of the head and pushing Porter forward. And one time he knocked him into the ropes, but a bunch of times he kept him going forward, and it looked like he was knocking him off balance more so than catching him on the jaw and actually hurting him because he was just a little bit late with his check right hooks. And I kept saying, bro, if he get his timing down, and I told y'all when I did my breakdown prediction, I said if he can time Porter, he gonna either stop him or he gonna win by decision. I just didn't think he'd be able to get his timing because I was going with Porter. He had more experience. So I gave round 6 and round 7 to Bud Crawford. So now we got it 1, 2, 3. We got it 1, 2, 3, 3-3. We got it 3-3. I got it even. No, I got it 4-3. My bad. I got it 4-3 in favor of Shawn Porter right now going into the 8th round. The 8th round, again, I thought that Porter did a much better job pressuring, and it looked like he was hurting Bud, even though he wasn't. He had Bud against the ropes in round 8. And so I scored that round for Porter too. And if you go look at the scorecards, at this point in the fight, I'm feeling good. I feel like I know what I'm talking about and shit because they showed Andre Ward's scorecard and his shit matched mine. So I'm like, shit, okay, bad. I might be looking at the fight the right way. Shit, we winning this mug. We up 5 rounds to 3. Then round 9 came. Bud started catching him. He caught Porter with some left hands. The left uppercut he caught him with, and he was catching him flush at this point in round 9. Like, oh shit. His time is getting better. He's starting to pick the man apart. God damn it. But Porter was taking him well. So I'm like, shit, we might still be all right because he's taking his power pretty good and shit.
Yeah.
But I still scored round 9 to Terence Crawford. So at this point on my card, Porter's up 5 rounds to 4. I'm like, we only got 3 rounds left. I'm about to look like Nostradamus. I got the shit ready. I'm typing on my community page and shit. I got Twitter over here. I got the tweet typed up. I'm ready to send that mug out. I'm about to send the damn tweet out. And then round 9 and round 10 happens. In between round 9 and round 10, Bomac says, let's turn up the competition level, Terence. Let's get more competitive out there. I'm like, oh, shit, all right. Well, Shawn Porter competitive too. He coming with the shits. And then, damn it, Terence Crawford, Shawn Porter jumped in on his ass. Terence Crawford threw a timed counter uppercut that caught Shawn Porter right on his chest and put him on his ass. I was like, God damn.
Got too wild.
Always. And I'm thinking, all right, shit, you got knocked down. That's a 10-8 round. You can still win round 11 and round 12 because you ain't that hurt. You good. Right. But then instead of going back to his plan, Shawn Porter got up off the ground after being knocked down and immediately got his ass up and tried to jump back in again. And what Terence Crawford do? Left uppercut, right hook. And what did I tell y'all his shit was? That left hand starting with, and then that hybrid hook jab shit that he throw. I don't know what it is. Caught Crawford on the chin and knocked his ass out. Porter daddy stopped the fight. And I like, damn, my prediction was almost right. But being almost right don't count. And so I got it wrong. But damn it, this is what I will say. And then I want to get to, because let me get to these super chats, and then I want to get KQKC's reaction, because we're going to get some good content, I promise you. Let's see here. Tim Muzzy says, lost money last night, sending a cheap super chat. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you. MJ says, let's not say Crawford doesn't deserve a 50-50 split. This fight needs to happen. Crawford put in the work. He put in the work. Shit, but I ain't gonna talk the money today. I'm just gonna get a man his flowers, and I'm here to talk about D-Ray. Hell nah. Where were you yesterday, bro?
Yeah. Where was you at, D-Ray?
Hell nah. Where were you yesterday, bro? I ain't trying to hear that shit. At least Mike 202 and drink more water. They was talking that shit before the fight, and they showed up during the fight talking that shit. You wait till after the fight, bro. I'm not trying to hear that, D-Ray.
Yeah.
You can do better than that.
Shout out to
D-Ray, but shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you. I know you happy. D-Ray done went and started him a third promotional company.
Yes,
named
sir.
Terrence Bud Crawford Promotion. And so I want to get to this because I've seen it. Just so y'all know, KQKC has not seen what Kenny Porter said after the fight. So I'm about to play for him. I'm going to put my mic over to my computer. I'm going to play for him and get his reaction to what Kenny Porter said after stopping the fight. But all in all, my last words on it, very competitive fight. Porter did exactly what I thought he was going to do. Terence Crawford did what I said he had to do, which was he caught Porter coming in, and he was able to fight the fight at a distance just enough to get those looping great uppercut, time counter uppercut and a great right hook, get that shit off to where he showed that power real. He did some shit to Shawn Porter that nobody ever did, so he deserves full credit for that shit. But here, let me play this because KQKC ain't heard this, y'all. So we about to start getting into what happens next and what this means and what that means. So I want to first talk about Shawn Porter because we're gonna end it talking about Terence Crawford. So Shawn Porter has retired, but before he retired, this is what his daddy said. They asked him, hey, why did you stop the fight? What happened to lead you to stop the fight? And this is what Kenny Porter had to say about why he stopped the fight when he did. Here we go right here. Hold on.
Now, Kenny, I know that's the toughest decision for a father or a trainer to make. What prompted you to stop the fight tonight?
Honestly, his preparation. He didn't prepare like I wanted him to prepare. So that's just, that just makes me say, you know what? I don't want him in that situation. He fought a great fighter. The guy's super sharp, and he's at a deficit. It's like fighting this guy blindfolded, and you're in a deficit like that. So I wasn't gonna let that happen to him.
He looks in great shape, but only you knew what happened in the gym. How would you have liked for him to prepare that you didn't see?
I mean, when guys get to certain levels, they believe they know what they're doing, and they don't necessarily take all the information. So, this is where we at with it, and I had to make that decision. It's an easy decision for me. It's easy. He lives right across the street from me. I'll be having breakfast with him in the morning. It's easy.
Andre Ward said.
So there y'all hear. He said he stopped the fight because of how Shawn prepared in training camp and that he was underprepared. And so that led to him stopping the fight. KQ had to drink his energy drink. I think he might be about to go in, y'all. KQ, what's your thoughts on Kenny Porter's reasons for stopping the fight?
See, I didn't hear that part because, of course, I was calling fights. I had it down, so I couldn't. I didn't turn. I had a chance to turn it up. But K Diddy, Kenny Porter is full of shit. All right, because he know damn well he was in that gym every day that Shawn Porter was in that gym. Barry Hunter was in that gym. Isaac Dalbay was in that gym. Javante Davis was in that gym. Now, once Javante Davis, which allegedly was piecing up Shawn Porter, then okay, what's wrong, Kenny? Why you didn't say nothing? Why did Shawn do what you said do? Now, that's why I say he's full of shit. Because Shawn Porter does everything his daddy tell him to do. All right. He
He
said,
moved across the street from him for crying out loud.
yeah,
Go
you're
ahead.
damn right. He said, what kind of shit is that, right? You sit there and you say, okay, well, I bought a house, Dad. Put your GPS ass on and follow the direction. He go outside and the GPS say, you there, right? And he said, why would you buy a house across the street from me? Well, I thought it'd be cool, Dad. Right, so don't give me that shit that it was bad preparation. Okay, well that make you look bad because you are the trainer, you are the coach. And one thing about a fighter, one thing about a champion, all right, we know that Shawn Porter is the king of cuts. All right, he is the king of cuts. He had eyebrows hanging, he had a cut over here, he had a cut over there. When Earl fought him with his head down because he didn't want to get cut, but he ended up getting cut right at the end of the fight. But there go on Crawford. He got cut. Don't give me that it was bad preparation. You had all the time in the world. But like Knockout said, and he said it many times, that hey, I got Porter, but I'm kind of worried. All right, because Porter is doing everything but staying his ass in the gym. And that was a reflection of bad preparation. All right. Now you have control over your son, right? Now, your son is a grown ass man. And one thing about Kenny Porter, he treats him like a 13-year-old damn kid. Now, he didn't do what you say do, or he just didn't give a fuck. I don't know which one it is. But one thing about it is, Shawn Porter is always in shape. Why not this fight? Why not this fight? Now, another thing, you're going to throw in the towel after the second knockdown. Okay, now a fighter like Shawn Porter, strong, always coming, pressing the action. You never know when you get in that last round. Maybe let's say 10 seconds to go in the 12th round. You never know. He might throw something, maybe knock Crawford down and knock him out for good. You let them finish the fight. This is a championship fight. This is a make or break me fight. So that's what you do. You don't throw in the towel. I mean, what, you embarrassed that your son might get knocked down 3 times? But see, that's why I say, don't give me that bad preparation, okay? Everybody, Barry Hunter, everybody was in that damn gym. Don't give me that shit. Kenny Porter is full of shit, all right? He did it for his other ulterior motives. See, Kenny Porter, sometimes think about Kenny Porter. Keep this in mind. Shawn Porter been fighting for the last 5 or 10 years for his daddy, not for him. All right, that's when the sport is not fun anymore. When you start fighting for other reasons, when you start fighting for fame, fortune, and not for the love of the sport. And this is what happens. You got, especially when you got a father like him, that's always on your ass. I mean, he treats you like a 13-year-old. He treats you like a 10-year-old. Sometimes he might treat you like a newborn goddamn baby, right? But still, look at Dalbay, Isaac Dalbay. He got rid of his father. He said, look, me and my dad, we weren't making it, baby. All right. So he went on and got another trainer. All right. And he got a damn good trainer. We talking about Barry Hunter. And he came out victorious yesterday. So Kenny Porter, for him to say that, he gave Bud Crawford more credit than he gave his goddamn son. So I mean, it is what it is, you know. I mean, Crawford, yes, he was better prepared than Shawn Porter. Now, I will say this: Crawford is a laid back, chilled out, a regular type dude. He's not wearing choker chains. He's not wearing 3-piece suits with monograms that say Shawn Porter. What, you forgot your name? All right. So I mean, still, I mean, sometimes Shawn Porter, I think he want to show flash, but not substance. All right. So I mean, well, it is what it is. I mean, he's retired now, but if you go back and look at the last 5 or 10 years, he been fighting for not Shawn Porter, he been fighting for Kenny Porter. All right, Kenny Porter. So that's how I look at it. And that was a dumbass damn comment, boy. Man, that was a damn ass comment. You know,
I knew you wasn't gonna like that shit.
Yeah,
I don't know you. I don't know you.
I'm telling you,
I live in the
city.
enough about you to know that shit. I knew you wasn't gonna like that.
Yeah, goddamn it, I live in the city. But goddamn, if I live in the country, I would have went way back in the behind the house and got a switch and came and whooped Kenny Porter ass with it. Just whop his ass. Because that was the dumbest ass comment I ever heard. All right.
Yes, sir. And salute to my salute to my wife. Salute, baby. Appreciate you coming in. She tried to come late, y'all, because she ain't want to eat no crow. So she tried to come in all late and stuff. But hey, we gotta stand. So here,
I'm sorry, we had to eat crow.
Here's what I got, man. Here's what I got. And see, I see some people saying, "Oh, the fight was gonna be stopped anyway." You know, Porter was on the way to getting knocked out, and all of that stuff. All that stuff could be true. But I'm a father. KQKC is a father, and here's something that he didn't mention because I agree with everything that he said. But here's a different perspective and a point that I want to bring as somebody who has 3 children, right? So if I'm at a barbecue, right? And my son, 2-3 years old, he has an accident or something. He accidentally has an accident. And he pees on himself or some shit. All right. And I gotta go get him some new jeans and shit, get him some new underwear. We gotta run back to the house right quick. If I'm walking back to my car and a family member or a friend, if they ask me, "Hey man, what's going on? What happened? Why did why y'all gotta go back right quick?" Y'all think I'm gonna be like, "Oh man, my son pissed on himself. We've been potty training him and shit, and he know how to go to the bathroom, but for whatever reason, he just peed on himself and now I got to go take care of this." Nah, bro, I'm not going to out my son like that. I'm not going to talk shit about my son like that. I'm going to make some shit up. Oh, man, he wasted some juice on himself. Or, oh, man, he wasted a soda on himself, and I got to go get him some new clothes because he wasted a drink on himself or some shit. That's what's wrong with it. Not that he stopped the fight, but there's a million things he could have said about, "Oh, I thought my son was just hurt. I didn't think he could recover. I thought that Terence was on his way to stop him, and I'm not the type that's going to just sit there and make my fighter take unnecessary punishment, especially as his father." He could have said so much shit to not out his son. Like, what he did was embarrass his son, bro. That's an embarrassing thing to have your daddy say right in front of you while you just sitting next to him, just smiling and shit, just cheesing and shit, like everything's okay. And clearly he wanted to fight, bro. So you either do one or two things. If you're gonna stop the fight because you don't want to have him see no punishment or whatever, then you stop the fight and you stand by your son and you say some shit like that. But or in my opinion, this is my opinion, Porter is a warrior. Shit, bro, like he's earned the right, never being stopped before. Let him go out there and see if he can finish the fight. Because obviously he wanted to fight. He was banging on the ground and shit, getting up, doing his usual, "Come on, let's go." And maybe he would have got stopped. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying the stoppage was right or wrong. I'm saying the reason that he gave us, I'm never gonna be the type of person that's for any parent embarrassing their kid in public like that. You know what I'm saying? And Drink, like I'm saying, Drink, I ain't saying Shawn wasn't hurt. I ain't saying that the fight shouldn't have been stopped. I'm saying when you go out there and you say something that got nothing to do with the fight, because my question to Kenny would be, okay, he didn't prepare. How did you feel about his preparation when he was doing very well at the beginning of the fight? Why didn't you stop the fight then? Because if he wasn't prepared, that means he wasn't prepared from the start of the fight. So why you even let the fight happen? You just want a paycheck? Why you even let him go past round 1? Oh, because he was looking good. So what do you mean he wasn't prepared for the fight? Because he looked prepared through the first 9 rounds.
Exactly.
So what do you mean, Kenny? You know what I'm saying? But you can't count on old media to ask those types of questions or bring that type of perspective with you. That's why you got to rock with KQKC, and that's why you got to rock with me, bro. So that's my issue with it, is the embarrassment as a parent watching a child get embarrassed like that. And I know shit, Shawn Porter around the same age as me. I'm not calling him a child, but as a father, I've never done that shit. That's not some shit I'd ever do, bro. I would never say no shit like that to embarrass my son. He basically told the world his son peed on himself, bro.
Right.
That's basically what he did. So that's my thoughts on it. I thought it was a piss poor answer, and I think he should be he should be called to task for that. But we got some more, because we got a ton of good content. So let's talk about Shawn Porter one last time, then we'll get to Terence Crawford and what's next for him. But Shawn Porter announced his retirement. And so I want to play it for y'all. We'll get OG reaction, then I'll react to it. And the main question after we talk about his retirement, OG, I just want you to tell me, how will Shawn Porter be remembered as a fighter? Like, how will he be remembered as a fighter? And what's his legacy? But here's his retirement announcement right here.
Question. And I kind of expected that question because of fighting everyone. I'm prepared to retire. I was prepared to announce my retirement tonight. Win, lose, or draw. Even if it was a draw, we had a date. They were telling us we were going to have to do it again. I was not going to do it again. I'm announcing my retirement right now.
So what do you think, OG? Is Shawn Porter going to the Hall of Fame? How will he be remembered? And just, reflect on his career right quick.
Well, Shawn Porter had a good career. As you saw the promos before the card started, you can see him as an 8-year-old. You can see his father right there with him from beginning to end, right there with him, encouraging him, pretty much lead him the way and teaching him how to straight go in there and fight and like he did on the football field. They showed a clip of Shawn Porter when he was playing football, and he was a great football player. He was a great running back. And of course, he said, "Hey, look, Dad, look, I got 10 other guys that I got to compete with. We both are good. All right. But what about me and you? It's always you and me. It was always his dad. His dad is his best friend. His dad is his homie. His dad is his bestie. All right. Now, of course, Shawn Porter is known as that pressure fighter. That's what he's known for. He's known as that pressure fighter. He is that fighter that's known that to make you fight every 3 minutes of each round. That's what type of fighter he is. Yes, he will go in the Hall of Fame. He won't go in the Hall of Fame as one of the top welterweights, but he will go in the Hall of Fame as one of the fighters that will fight anybody at any given time. And also, he also is a great puncher and has a chin. Now, I think Shawn Porter overall, through his whole career, I will give him a B. Just a B, a straight B, no B plus or B minus. Why? Because he's a 2-time champion, but he can never win that big one. He could never unify. He always win, let's say, the IBF from the IBF. Then he got it taken from Kell Brook. All right. Then he won that WBC. Got that taken. All right. Then he had a chance to go to OWBO. Couldn't make it. Got that, lost that fight last night. So it's time to say, okay, you know what? I'm not the best. All right. I don't think I'm going to ever be the best. All right. Now, maybe second, third, no, maybe third or fourth, maybe. But right now, this is as far as it's going to go in my career. I'm 34 years old, and I think this is my peak. And now it's time to step down, which he's doing the right thing. Because I think his heart is somewhere else. Now it might be being an announcer. It might be something like Paulie Malignani is, or something like that. I don't know, but he had a good career, made some good money, and and he shouldn't be disappointed. Because if you listen to Kenny Porter wanted Shawn Porter to get a scholarship in football, go to college, and get a degree. He didn't want this. He didn't want this for Shawn Porter. He didn't want him to be no boxer, but he did. He became that boxer, and he was pretty good at it. All right, we talking about winning the Golden Glove. I mean, he was good at it, but then again, like my father always used to tell me, you think you're bad, you think you can do this and that, but it's always somebody else that's a little bit better and a little bit bigger. And that's what he had to find out. So, but overall, hey, good luck to him.
Yeah, I don't think he'll get in on the first ballot Hall of Fame, but maybe he'll be in Hall of Fame in one day. And salute to G5 Gabe in the super chat. He say, Kenny need his Kango and his hairspray. slapped off. He just slapped that shit off his head. You goddamn right, bro. You so damn right, G5 game. Saluting that super chat, man. You hit that shit. You just slapped that, man. You so
Man, Kitty
I
pissed
ain't
me off.
obviously you a good father, bro. Like how you raise your son and shit. But that was like we all make mistakes, yeah. So I ain't gonna. This will be the only time I talk about it because we gotta talk about that. I'm not gonna make a bunch of videos going in on them. I'm gonna say it here and then I'm gonna let go of it. But shit, that was a horrible job of parenting, bro. He embarrassed the shit out of his son, bro. But so for Shawn Porter, this is what I wish, man. I wish that some of the fighters that are more talented than him had his same heart and his same tenacity. I wish that guys like Keith Thurman would have that same dog and that same heart, because I feel like if everybody had the heart and the dog that Shawn Porter got, we get a lot more of the fights that we want to see. I wish Canelo Alvarez had the dog and the heart of Shawn Porter, because we get a lot more fights. I wish Jamal Charlo would have that type of heart, that type of dog in him. Like all of these fighters, bro. If every fighter was willing to fight the best the way that Shawn Porter was throughout his career, then boxing would be better off. So I think boxing is in a better place than it was when he got into it. So he left boxing in a better place, which is what you want from all your athletes. And he ended up finding boxing. You know, his daddy didn't want him to do it, but look at the life boxing is giving him. Boxing gave him a great career. He's a 2-time champion. Will probably go in the Hall of Fame again, not first ballot, but and then it also gave him the ability. Like, how would he have known if he had played football, if he had did anything else? How would he have known he's so good at being an analyst in boxing or whatever? So now it gave him not only his first career, but now something that you can do until your 70s and 80s. Shit, I don't know how old Al Michaels is, but he was calling football games when I was a little ass kid. He's still calling football games right now. Shit, so Shawn Porter, you know, he was able to springboard into a second career. I wish him nothing but the best. He got a podcast and shit. And you know, I wish him good, but he had a great career. He's the only welterweight right now that can say he fought everybody, bro. Yordenis Ugas fought him.
Nice.
Shit, Terence Crawford fought him. Earl Spence fought him. Danny Garcia fought him. Keith Thurman fought him. No matter who your favorite fighter is or the people that I just named, none of those nobody can say that shit. None of these guys can say that shit. So I hope that these other welterweights wake up, they take on his attitude, and they fight each other. And so that segues me, I should say, into our next topic. What's next for Terence Bud Crawford? KQ. He did what we asked him to do, and then he got in there and he said, I want Earl Spence next, bro. He said, I want Earl Spence next. And then he confirmed that he's leaving Bob Arum. And this is what he said, man.
Well, I'm pretty sure my decision is made already. You know, Bob couldn't secure me the Spence fight when I was with him. So how you going to secure me the Spence fight when I'm not with him? So, you know, I'm moving forward with my career right now, and I wish everybody the best.
So he said he out of there, and he said he wants Spence in the ring. He said he wants the Spence fight outside of the ring in the press conference. What you want to see next from Terence Crawford? I know what my answer is, but do you believe him? Because I know he said the fight was behind him, but what do you think, man? What do you think?
What? I talked with this young man from Chicago. He has a page, Carcino. Okay, that's his name. He talks to Bud Crawford a lot. And Bud Crawford told him that no matter what, if I fight Earl Spence or not, I will never get the credit. They're always going to say that Earl Spence never was 100%. Earl Spence an accident or the eye injury. I will never get the full credit. So I don't know. I don't think that fight will happen. But then again, if it does happen, if they do want it, all right, he wants 50-50. Well, we know that's not going to happen, because when you negotiate a fight, and I'm not no promoter or anything, it's just basic common sense. You don't negotiate a weight class down. I mean, you don't sit there and go through your resume. No, you negotiate what you did at that weight class at that particular time, and where are you at the standings, and where are you at the rankings. So right now, we're looking at Earl Spence with 2 belts and helmets 1, if we're just going by belts. So that's not no 50-50 fight. Now, 60-40, maybe, all right? But still, what I will see from Bud Crawford is activity. That's what I want to see, activity. I want to see another fight out of Bud Crawford next year. And he's doing the right thing. Get the hell away from Bob Arum because he could have had a Manny Pacquiao fight. He could have had that. But some people say, well, the money wasn't there. Yeah, the money was there. The money was there. All right. Now, Bob is worth almost $300 million. All right. So the money is there. So, but then again, Bud Crawford making the right move. Hell, if Canelo can do it, you can do it. Everybody else can do it. And of course, Tim Bradley, he alluded to that. Now, I did hear that on TV. He's on, yeah, I would like to see him fight Earl Spence. And at the end, he gonna say, yeah, 50-50, right? So, he been talking to Bud, but it's not going to be 50-50. You cannot get 50-50 out of Earl Spence because he has 2 belts, you got 1. It's not mathematically possible. Anybody, Al Heyman, anybody with common sense knows that. Now, then maybe they can work something out on the back end, on a pay-per-view, but we don't have 5 years to wait like we did with Floyd. We don't have 5 years to wait, all right? But Bud Crawford needs to keep going with that his career. He needs to keep going and not stop with Shawn Porter. Now he's away from Bob Arum. Now it's time to make your own decision. You can fight on Showtime. You can fight on the Zone. You can fight on Fox. The sky's the limit for you. But the sky's the limit for you only for 3 years because he's 34 years old. And his time and his biological clock is ticking. And it's ticking fast. Now, of course, unification is out the question right now if you don't fight with Bud Crawford and your Dennis Ugas. Those are the 3 that hold the belt. Remember, 3 is 4-belt era. Remember, 3. Earl Spence has 2. So now also with Bud Crawford being a free agent, he wants Keith Thurman. Now, he did mention Keith Thurman and he mentioned Earl Spence. All right, not yesterday, but he did mention them too. But Keith Thurman, you can't count on him. You can't depend on Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman will drop out on you in a minute. Or he'll hurt himself in a minute. But Bud Crawford got to keep on pushing, just like the rest of these fighters. I'm talking about in the lightweight division, welterweight division. And there's a young man out there from Philadelphia that's calling him out. And his name is Jerron Boots Anderson. Right now, I think he's still, like Tim Bradley say, still a little bit green under the collar right now. I don't think he's ready for a Bud Crawford. Now, some people believe he is, but I don't think so. But still, in all, I would love to see Bud Crawford finish his career on a high note. On a high note. He already unified at 140. That's great. All right. You got Josh Taylor was there. So that's great. He's gonna go to the Hall of Fame, no doubt about that. But now, the last years that he's finishing up his career, which is only maybe 2, maybe 3 years at the most. All right. So he's gonna have to make these fights meaningful. Now it's gonna be kind of hard. It'll be kind of hard to find a welterweight, and don't give me that 154 because I think he's a little bit too small, a little bit too chinny to get up there with the big middleweights right now.
Yeah.
So what I think he does need to do is trying to find another 147 pounder with their name, with a good record, and with some good fundamentals to fight, which is going to be hard to do. But he got to stay active. He don't need to go through that sitting in that chicken coop period no more. He been there for a year and maybe a month or maybe a couple months. So he need to stay active, and that's what I like to do. See him stay active. Because see, I'm a boxing fan before I am a fanboy. And all I want to see is 2 great fighters get in there and fight. Now, if the Bud Crawford and Earl Spence fight could be made, man, kudos to them. I would love to see it. Matter of fact, I will try my best to go to it. So hey, if that can happen, man, let's make it happen. So
yeah, man. And salute to my beautiful wife in the super chat. She says eating crow for breakfast, but great fight, show, and content. knockout, and KQKC. Here's my thing. So I was listening to KQKC, and I seen a lot of y'all in the chat typing. So I see people drink more water. Shot Town's finally saying that Bud Crawford ain't gonna get credit if he beats Spence right now. I see some people saying they don't want the fight next. And here's what I'm saying. And here's my thought. And hopefully I can get y'all to come over to my side, because I wanna see the fight next. I want to see Spence versus Crawford next. That's the only fight that should be made. That's the only fight people should be talking about, in my opinion. And let me explain to y'all why I'm saying that and why I disagree with you guys. Because the thing is, bro, like, whoever don't give Bud credit for beating Spence, let that be them. We got 60 people in the chat. By the way, y'all shorted me on my like. Smash the like button while I'm in the middle of this great opinion and this great take I'm about to give y'all. But here's the thing, bro. Like, if people not gonna give them credit, that's on them. But all the people in this chat, if we real boxing fans, we should give whoever win this fight credit, because at the end of the day, we ain't doctors. We ain't none of that shit. If Spence say he okay, if his doctors say he okay, and he get in there and fight Bud and Bud wash his ass, then Bud should get credit. And that's where it becomes on us as boxing fans to get that man his credit if he beat Errol Spence. Errol Spence is telling us out his own mouth, I don't need no tune-ups. I won't fight a champion next. So you know what I'm holding him accountable to? Unless you have to fight a mandatory, the WBA belt is tied up. Ugas is in a damn tournament. So the only championship belt that's free is Terence Bud Crawford. And we just heard Terence Bud Crawford say, look, bro, I ain't under Bob no more. He couldn't give me that fight. So shit, I'm trying to go make the fight over here. And I got Errol Spence saying, I don't want no tune-ups. I want to fight for a championship next. And so I just seen Bud Crawford call out Errol Spence, and then now I see Errol Spence retweeting this shit. I don't know if let me see if y'all can boom. I don't know if y'all can see, it might be a glare, but Errol Spence just retweeted that shit. That's a picture of him and Terence Crawford fighting, and that's something that the PBC posted and Errol Spence just retweeted. So it seemed like both of the fighters want to fight. Right. So who the hell am I to be like, nah, bro, they shouldn't fight. Let me let Errol Spence get a tune up, and then nah, bro, screw that. You said you don't need no tune up. Well, fight him. Fight Bud Crawford, because that's what I want to see as a boxing fan. So that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at with it. Both fighters are calling for the fight. Let's trust doctors to do their job. They got to go through all these checkups and shit. They gotta go through all this shit just to get the fight made. They got to go through sparring. If Spence make it through sparring without an injury, if Spence make it through the checkups and they say he fine and he 100% and he can fight, if you choose not to give Bud Crawford credit if he beat Errol Spence, and everybody keep in mind, I'm Dallas, Texas all day. It's man down. I'm riding with Spence till the wheels fall off. Make no mistake about it. But if Bud Crawford beats Errol Spence, and the doctor said Errol Spence was okay before the fight, all the same people that are giving Errol Spence credit for beating Kell Brook, all the same people that are giving Terence Bud Crawford credit for beating Kell Brook, the doctor said he was okay. So you get these men they credit when they step in the ring if they take care of business. Because when you don't do that shit, when you start saying shit like, oh man, look, bro, I don't really want to see that fight next because Bud Crawford ain't gonna get his credit. No, bro. He gonna get his credit. Just make sure he get his credit from you. That's all you can do as a fight fan. Make sure you give him credit and make sure you call for the best fight possible. I don't want to see Errol Spence fight a mandatory fight. I don't want to see Terence Crawford fight some voluntary defense when they literally can have the biggest fight in the division. I'm not trying to hear that, bro. I'm not trying to hear that shit at all. So I'm glad both fighters are calling for the fight. Terence Crawford did his job. He didn't act funny. He has been acting funny. And y'all all know me. Drink, I know you know. I criticize him when he say shit like the fight is past me or I don't want this fight anymore. Sometimes you just let him pass you by. But when he get in front of the camera and he say the right thing, yeah, that's the fight I want next. Bob couldn't get the fight. I'm leaving Bob. So I want that fight next. When he say that shit, I'm going to give him credit. And then when Spence is retweeting shit talking about the PBC talking about this shit might be next, then shit, they both seem like they want it. So what we talking about, bro? What we talking about? We got to push this fight, bro. No excuses. No excuses whatsoever from me. And drink more water. Again, let them say that, bro. Let people say, oh, Kenny took a bribe to throw the towel in that fight. Let them say that shit. Who cares, bro? Real one's going to get that man his credit, bro. You just don't worry about what they say. Let's just call for the fight, bro.
Exactly.
You talk all this bribe shit, and Kenny Porter took a bribe. He was really rooting for Terence Crawford over his own son. Let them do that shit, man. Forget all that. Forget all that. That ain't got nothing to do with us real boxing fans, because we want to see the fight.
Exactly.
We want to see the fight, because I want to either be able to be like, yo, Drink, I got to give it up. Yo, D-Ray, I got to give it up. Shit, I thought Spence was that dude, but Bud went in there and watched him. I want to know. I want clarity more than being right, bro. Or y'all know I love to talk my shit when I'm right. I want to fight so I can be like, yo, Drink, I told you. Yo, Drink, I told you. Yo, D-Ray, I told you Spence gonna beat that ass, and he beat that ass. Either way, I just want to see the fight, bro. I just want to see the fight. I don't want no roadblocks and shit. So miss me with all these excuses and all that shit. Like, bro, let's push for this fight as boxing fans. And if you talking to somebody that don't give them credit, then shit, stop talking to them. That's what I would tell you. If you listening to somebody that don't want to give credit when you do, stop listening to their ass, bro. Because they ain't keeping it real. But that's all I got. We at 10:34 a.m. Last words, KQ. Let them know where to find you. Let them know when you're going live. If y'all want to subscribe to him, I'm asking that you please do if you haven't already. His link is in my description. But giving your last words, KQKC, when you're going to be live, where to find you, and all that good stuff.
All right. Hey, it been a good weekend. Calling fights on Friday nights and Saturday nights. I was on 3 panels Friday. And I mean, I just had a good weekend. I'm starting with Friday. And I'm talking about a good weekend of boxing. And you like it, love it, or loathe it. Boxing is back. All right. Boxing is back, and it's better than ever right now. I mean, we got the heavyweights, we got the lightweights, we got the welterweights. All right. And we got old line versus young line. We talking about KQ and knockout boxing. All right. We both are bringing you great content every Sunday morning at 9 o'clock. You can find me right here on YouTube, and that's at KQKC Boxing Network. I come on Monday through Friday. Tuesday I am off, but Monday through Friday at 12:30 p.m. Central Time. Saturday morning, it's a call-in show. That's 10:30 a.m. I know D-Ray will be calling in, and he gonna be talking his talk, baby. Yes, sir. But like we always say, we always welcome different opinions, and that's what my channel is built off of, and Knockout channel is built off of. Everybody has their own opinion, which is always welcome. All right, because that's what boxing's all about. And we thank everybody for coming in last night. We thank everybody for being here today. So I appreciate you. All right. I really appreciate you. And with that, I hope you enjoyed the fight last night. Hope you enjoyed the fight call last night and Friday night. So, but that's all I have. And thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And for me and Drink, I'm gonna get to your super chat and answer your question. But let me get my last words, man. Yeah, I appreciate the super chat, but it's your day, bro. It's your day. Good job. Good job to your boy. It's your day. I ain't gonna say nothing bad. I just want to say, if y'all want to catch me right here, I'm live every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Although it's Thanksgiving, so I'm going live Friday next week. I'll be live next Friday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time, because Wednesday is at my house this year, so I gotta do all the cooking and shit like that. They love the fried turkey, bro. I put in work, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta go live Friday. I can't go live on Wednesday this week. So please come check out my next live show Friday, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. And then we got videos dropping every day. I drop videos literally every day. So check out the content. Please smash the like button on the content when you check it out, man. It goes a long way to make YouTube share it. And then I'm live every Sunday morning with KQKC Boxing Network, Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. Central Time. Right, we got a big fight next week. We got a unification fight between Brandon Figueroa and Stephen Fulton, and I'll be right there live on KQKC 9 a.m. Central Standard Time on Sunday morning next week to break that fight down. So y'all be sure to come check us out. Drink more water in the super chat with the $5 says good show. You get what you was looking for. Bud voice. Hashtag war. Crawford. Yeah, man, I got what I was looking for, bro. He showed me that all that shit translate to a top level opponent. So congratulations to him, drinking, and to all the Bud fans that believed in him, that rode with him from day one. That's how you supposed to do, bro. So I ain't mad at that. That man went in there and did his thing. Now I want to see him do it again.
Knockout.
I want to see him do it again. No, go ahead. What were you about to say?
No, I was gonna say no. I will be on Tuesday. I'll be off Thursday. I forgot Thursday Thanksgiving, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
okay. I'll be off Thursday, so I'm gonna
Okay, yeah.
go on Tuesday, then I'll be off on Thursday. All right,
Facts.
and back
Fact.
at it
Okay,
on
yeah.
Friday. So just want to
Y'all,
clarify that.
y'all
All
know
right.
y'all want to eat some good food and still listen to Boxing Talk. So y'all come check us out Friday, and he's gonna be live. He's usually off on Tuesday, but KQ gonna be live on Tuesday and not Thursday this week. But we'll be back to our regular schedules the week after Thanksgiving. Then salute last time to Tim Muzzy in that super chat says great fight breakdown. Thanks, guys, man. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to talk boxing and salute to World Combat Sports, who is also living good today. World Combat is somewhere happy, sipping on a margarita, sunshades on and shit, doing his thing today. He excited as well. Well-deserved victory for your boy. He did his thing last night. World Combat Sports. Other than that, y'all, man, look, appreciate y'all watching. I leave y'all with the Dallas Cowboys gonna beat the shit out the Kansas City Chiefs today at 3:25 p.m. Central Time. So y'all tune in for that. All I need is for them to win, and my weekend will be perfect. KQ, enjoy the rest of your Sunday, man. Get you some
too.
rest. Great work this week, and we will talk to y'all next weekend, man. Y'all have a good one.
Peace.
Peace, y'all.